I think I noticed that with music, with African music. I remember when I left Ghana for college in the US, this was in 2000, hip life was a thing,
Yeah.
had become a thing in Ghana. And where people had started, I think when I was still in school, in secondary school, rappers started rapping in English and they were trying to imitate American accents. And then there was a shift when they put aside the American accent and started rapping in English in Ghanaian, in the natural Ghanaian accents. And then they started using local Ghanaian languages in Tree, Ga, other languages. And then there was this sort of mixing of rap with high life and local music traditions. Of course, that became hip life. And then when I was in college, that mixing across the African countries started happening, where, Nigerian music or Nigerians and Ghanaians would collaborate, and then with South Africa and Kenya and so on and so forth. And now African music is global, taking center stage at the Grammys, for example, and elsewhere around the world. And I feel like maybe African cinema is in those early stages of sort of
100%.
cross-pollinating, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I think I actually talk about this a lot with some of my programmer friends. There's one in particular, actually, Mohammed Said Uma. He's a programmer from the Comoro Islands. And we speak about this a lot because he's really into music as well.
Mm,
And he keeps saying that, like, African cinema is still in its baby steps if you compare it to music. Music is so liberated and so far ahead, light years, honestly. Like,
mhm,
and and I like the way you just summarized it, because it's literally exactly that.
mm,
It started off really small and just grew and grew, and to the point where, like, you can walk into a supermarket in Berlin and hear like a song by Davido, or
yeah,
which is crazy. Who would have thought that,
yeah.
20 years ago? But I do believe that cinema is on a similar trajectory. I think it's happening, slowly but surely it's happening. And I can actually see similar things happening as well. Like, different African filmmakers coming together, working together on script, maybe coming together and finding producers to work with them together, the budget. And yeah, I do see it. Yeah,
It's an exciting time, I
it's
think.
very exciting.
Not
Very.
easy, but exciting.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I have to say, all of these things make me move back because I can see it.